money every other minute.
And from the girl's point of view,
You know,
Yeah.
I'm in a community of people where the rich guy is not there. Like,
Yeah.
And if he is, he's married.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm also not able to meet the right way because
they're taken.
Like,
Yeah.
they're not there.
And
all the guys are
and my peers, yeah, and my peers are pretty much poor.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
all
but
28-year-olds, guys and girls, we're pretty much all on roughly the same level.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I get what you guys are saying, but someone did make the point that, all right, so because of how it's been portrayed a lot, that, you know, a blessee type of relationship, we're always talking about an older man who's married or whatever, and there's this young girl. But what happens in those instances, because I've seen it happen with other people, where it's not necessarily someone who's the older man. So you're 28 and he's 35, and he's accomplished and he does well for himself, and he's not married, right? So let me put it like this. So he's not married. He's a 35-year-old man. He's a senior exec wherever. He's got all the money. Can't fly you to Dubai. He's not married. Do those same dynamics exist? Because I'm asking, are we only defining it as blessee if it's some old baba with a wife and kids?
No.
So we're in agreement that it's more of a situation where it's an older-ish man maybe than you, and not necessarily again an old baba, but someone who can do nice things for you.
Yeah.
I
Someone
don't
is
think
more
the age really matters.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's transactional in
Yeah,
its
that's the
nature,
issue.
Okay.
I think that's when it sort of gets defined in this blessee type of way.
Because you can't get like a young playboy, maybe rich family,
Yeah.
and he's got 5 girls that he blesses.
Yeah.
You know, but he's a little rat. a little rat. You know, he's a little rat running around. So he too can be a blesser.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
too qualifies as a blesser.
He
Yeah.
also qualifies as a blesser.
Mm.
Okay, I suppose here's my take on it. You know, I get that, you know, everyone is up in arms and people are in their feelings, but I almost feel like we're forgetting a couple of things. You know, I understand when you're saying that the problem of it gets, as soon as it becomes a transactional thing, that's sort of how it becomes defined, and it's just like a transactional. But someone might argue that it is transactional, but as long as you're dealing with 2 consenting adults, and it's people who've agreed. So if you've got a 25-year-old who meets a 50-year-old man, and, you know, at the very instant, she already knows, I don't love this man, I'm not trying to look for a husband, and he's like, look, I'm married, I'm not leaving my wife, I've got 2 kids. Everybody from the jump agrees, and they enter into this thing with their eyes wide open. How, like, is it still the problem that everybody's making out to be, considering the fact that it is 2 consenting adults, and they're agreeing that we're transacting, and let's just move on?
I don't think we're arguing the legality of it. We are talking about the morality of
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Its long-term effects on society, on those girls, on that guy and his marriage and his family. I think that's more the discussion and more why South Africans are, you know, so interested in it right now.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's saying it's illegal, although some people on TV are saying it's prostitution
Right.
or a form of it. I don't think that's the main thing we're talking about. We're talking about the morality.
Okay.
You know, because there's also a difference in mindset between a young girl and an old man who's seen more of life, you know. I'm not saying she doesn't know what she's getting into, but there are things you learn as you go, and you might look back and regret, you know, the decisions you've made. I'm not saying all of them necessarily will, but, you know, there's a difference in their worldviews and how they see the world. I think that's the issue we're trying to discuss. You know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to protect our young women from something they might regret later on, even if right now it's, you know, it's an exciting life because they get to travel. I think that's the thing we're trying to address is, you know, do we need to protect these young women and how do we protect them?
Also, I think that it's not every blessee that things are very transparent. It's very clear that you are there, I'm here. We don't know what promises that blesser makes to her, because people lie and people are dishonest. For all you know, he's telling her, no, don't worry, give me a little time, me and my wife, yeah, we're in the process of separation. There are instances where there's like a lot of lies involved, and as much as she went in there thinking, well, this is what I'm going to get, but while she's in there, she might be thinking, you know what, I might just, you know, and she's being lied to and all of that, and she's naive about it. Because sometimes we are naive about it, thinking, no, it's something that it's not. And for those reasons, and that man would take advantage of the fact that, oh, she believes me, oh, she thinks I'll actually really, you know, oh, she actually thinks I'll give her shares. What? You know what I mean? So you can be naive and believe it because you're thinking he gave me 10,000 last week. Why wouldn't he give me shares? So there's even in the transaction part of it, there can be a lot of lies, and you might feel like, well, I thought this is what you're going to do, and it ends up not even doing the thing that you promised. So even in the transaction itself, there might be a lot of, well, you didn't meet up what I thought you'd do.